What could the federal government do to deal with shrinkflation?
Product regulations. I'm not sure exactly where it would stand, but I definitely think it sounds like something that action needs to be taken against.
I think they should stop that from happening. I'd rather, in a lot of cases, I'd almost rather pay more to at least get what I know is what the product was originally.
People used to do that, or companies used to do that. They used to disclose if they were to shrink a package but keep the same price, but that's kind of been done away with. So it's nice to know at least if something's gotten smaller, stay the same price, because it's hard to you don't know, right? Especially if you don't buy something often enough.
They should put more regulations. They should hold the companies accountable. They should follow closely what's going on, and not just let us vent to the media, whether here or elsewhere.
Yeah, we need better policies for wealth distribution. This will help.
I would say even, let's say chips. Things are progressively getting smaller. I buy a bag of chips, it's now a third. Before it was half, and before it was full. So now I just feel like I'm constantly getting scammed, and the quarter is more expensive than what it was full before.
So what would you like to see the federal government do about that?
Give us a heads up, I guess, before doing those changes, because when going grocery shopping or doing other things, seeing all these changes, we're already there, we have to buy. It just gets frustrating.
Oh yeah, that's really tough. I think they'd be overstepping their bounds if they start mandating what you can charge for what quantity of product. I suppose there's maybe ways they could incentivize businesses to do otherwise, but it's tough to think of what solution would fall within the federal government's ambit. I think a lot would have to fall on consumers really to start making their voices heard and saying, we're not prepared to pay this much for this little, quite frankly.
I guess just put something in writing, like some sort of legislation stopping that from happening and holding companies responsible for false advertising and not being, that transparent with the consumers about their goods.
Yeah, I would welcome that. I'm not sure what they would do. They've failed so far, so I'd be open to any platform that would deal with inflation, shrinkflation, housing, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to say about what they would do.
I heard something about the federal government engaging the presidents and owners of grocery stores and all that. I think it's a step in the right direction because, there's also greedflation and all that's going on. So I think everyone has a part to play in bringing down inflation and also making lifestyle affordable for Canadians. I think so.
They could deal with it the way that inflation ought to be dealt with. Stop printing more money. Let the money we have maintain its value. If the government wants to spend more, they should tax more and live with the consequences. And if they're not prepared to do that, maybe they should cut back on their spending, which would be my preferred avenue.
I think if they axe the carbon tax, that'll help to bring down inflation, and then we won't have to pay higher prices for smaller portions.
Government should have a way to regulate how products are being manufactured, making sure that we're having the same quantity of products and keeping the prices relatively same. And also, a lot of the time the quality is also degrading as well. So not only is the things getting smaller, but they're using more cheap materials and whatnot. So all in all, this inflation is just, doing us all a disservice for sure.
Do something and ease out the burden on the common people like us, especially the middle class people. Nowadays we have to take money more and take home the goods less. So do something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they can do there, but they definitely need to do something because you need to start taking care of the Canadians and the people who's working and, paying in their taxes and contributing to the country. He needs to take care of the people who's the working class people, because there are so many people that's coming into the country, and as far as I'm concerned, they're getting the first dibs. They're getting everything handed to them, and they're having big demands. So I would hope that the government would do something for their people.
Well, they can maybe
Go
help the
back to-
companies and somehow they work in the background to help us, so we don't have to. We end up paying the ultimate price. Whatever happens, whatever the government decision is, we end up paying the price, the consumer, and we are ending up with less and less money and mortgage and interest rates and everything. So we are feeling it definitely. Yeah.
If consumers are given more options, you'd have, much cheaper prices, and you wouldn't have that be worrying about shrinkflation as much, because again, there wouldn't be that need to control the prices.